Two NASA astronauts have finally returned to Earth after an unplanned 9-month stay aboard the International Space Station, a situation that would be a waking nightmare for most. But while the ordeal exposed them to prolonged risk in the unforgiving vacuum of space, their compensation remained unchanged, a fixed annual salary of just over $150,000, with no overtime, no hazard pay, and barely any financial recognition for the extreme conditions they endured. When Butch Wilmore and Suni Williams launched aboard Boeing Starliner in June 2024, their mission was supposed to last a little over a week. Instead, they were stranded for nearly 300 days after their spacecraft suffered critical thruster failures during docking. With no immediate way back, they were forced to extend their mission indefinitely, dependent on a malfunctioning vehicle and NASA's ability to troubleshoot from afar. While the space agency maintained that they were never in direct danger, their situation was anything but routine. A malfunctioning spacecraft in orbit presents an ever-present risk, from life support failures to the inability to safely return home if another emergency arises. Despite all this, NASA astronauts receive no extra compensation for extended missions or unexpected crises. They work under a fixed salary system, meaning that whether they are safely on Earth or unexpectedly stuck in space for months, their paycheck remains the same. They do not receive additional pay for weekends, holidays, or time spent beyond their scheduled mission duration. The only additional compensation they receive is a daily stipend of about $5 while in space, barely enough to buy a cup of coffee on Earth, let alone compensate for months spent floating in an isolated, high-risk environment. Over their entire 286-day ordeal, that stipend amounted to just $1,430, an almost insulting sum given the circumstances. For comparison, professionals in far less dangerous jobs earn similar or even higher salaries. Investment bankers in New York, who work in comfortable offices and face no risk beyond market fluctuations, earn an average of $111,000 per year. Management consultants can make upwards of $137,000, and many sales professionals in major cities easily surpass $200,000. None of these careers come with the life-threatening risks of space travel, yet they often pay better than what NASA astronauts earn while facing the very real possibility of never coming home. While Wilmore and Williams publicly downplayed the idea that they were stranded, their situation highlights the harsh reality of being a government astronaut. The job may be one of the most prestigious in the world, but it does not come with financial rewards proportional to its risks. Spaceflight is inherently dangerous, and extended missions take a significant physical and psychological toll. The effects of prolonged microgravity on bone density, muscle atrophy, and vision changes are well documented, yet astronauts are expected to endure them without additional compensation. NASA and Boeing have framed the Starliner's extended mission as a necessary step for advancing human spaceflight, but it also underscores the stark reality that astronauts are expected to sacrifice comfort, safety, and even financial fairness for the sake of exploration. While passion for spaceflight may be their primary motivation, it is undeniable that they are underpaid for the level of risk they take on. If space travel is to become a long-term endeavor, the way astronauts are compensated must evolve. Missions will only become longer and more complex, and expecting highly trained professionals to endure extreme conditions without proper compensation is unsustainable. As commercial spaceflight expands and private companies enter the industry, NASA may find it harder to retain top talent unless it reconsiders the value it places on those willing to risk everything for the future of space exploration.